Hello, people. It's me, your unknown creature. I was thinking to talk about stuff that I write down, my thoughts and philosophy, everything that I comes in my mind. I just talk it out because I need to blow off steam. If you keep it inside, you're gonna explode or something. You will be badly balanced in life, so you have to express yourself. You have to get some little space in this world, a place where you can stay and get on recognition and knowledge, our knowledge. Um, so I'm just gonna find something that you can talk about. For example, this one. You got something growing out of you, and that's an eye where you are able to see everything as an adult. Um, the older, when you are fully mature and an adult, you have eyes, you can see everything about life on earth and how we work, how we are together, and our feelings. And we when we talk to each other, we have sense of something being there and exist, even though you can't see it, it exists. So when you talk to people, they feel what you're talking about, and you carry people with your talk. So you lead them somewhere to a point of what you're talking about. So if you have a sense of something and you have a point of it, you want to express yourself and let it fully out, so the other can sense and feel what you're talking about. So yeah. And this part here, tell me a story and use all of your powers. Do you know what I mean when I say power? I call it for mind power. Um, what you can imagine is the power you have, and the knowledge and the stuff. I wrote I have potential, but you're being limited in the same time. If you have a good imagination, but you need knowledge to make it there, if you want to create something, you need the knowledge. So you either learn from people who have the knowledge, take it under your wing, so you will reach your potential. Everyone has potential, but it's so bad that we can't reach it. Someone has the skills and the heads to fully understand what they're doing, and when they create something with their knowledge and imagination, it's very good. So yeah. Um, and for those who like me, I assume that people can see what I'm doing on the net, even though I have no people here who can't reply, comment, or heart or anything. So this part here, how do you impress you? How do you impress me? Because I get that I read it somewhere a few times that I'm a hard person to impress. I'm dark and stubborn. So you just imagine that you are yourself and you don't give a damn of other people's opinions. That's one way to do it. But when you're trying to impress, taste and watch your steps when you're going in any direction. Do you know what I mean when tasting things? You taste your words before you spit them out. You taste what's gonna happen after you do some action. Yeah. um, and sometimes when I read on the internet, Facebook or something, sponsor and wait. Where was I? Yes, I read stuff on the internet, sponsor and suggestions to me. And you know the common ground. If you see something that is common, something that is showing up very often, the same word, the same sentence, the same thing and thing, I experience that they are watching over me, even though I have no proof. I just have that feeling, a gut feeling. So like this one, I'm shining. I want to share all my powers and knowledge. I have knowledge in the feeliverse. I call it for feeliverse, a universe with feelings and everything in it. So like people is saying that I'm selling stuff, I'm a company and I want customers. People are reading, I assume, and I call it for psychic business. I'm not sure if that's too sick of a word to read and think about, but yeah. And I get the feeling that I matter a lot in this world. It's like that I am the most important person that exists in this time. So it's very sick. The word important I have seen so many times before. So it's impossible for me to think that it is not meant for me, because I have the feeling of being followed. So yeah. Um, yeah, I want to start a company. What is it about? Want to earn money? Who are you and how old are you? Are you married? Any lovers? Do you have answers? Well, I don't know. I live in my own world. It's like a bubble. So I create my own world inside my bubble where I'm in a safe zone, kinda. It's comfortable here. I don't go outside it, but you just know the rules of talking, know the rules of how we work with other people and alone. If you know that, if you have the knowledge of how we work, then you can go pretty far. Very far. And I call it for mind powers too, so yeah. One thing, if you're gonna think about the difference between working and getting to know person, so you can have a safe zone that you feel safe and totally okay. People judge you. They judge everyone all the time. It's kind of hard to them to not judge if I'm not sure about that. If they think something about it, they do not judge, but most of us judge everything that exists, kinda. So yeah. So when you judge, if you think that you have sick and you have to go to the doctor will do its job, and you will judge, and you will do your job to talk. What's the problem with your body or something? They will examine it and check it out. But they, in the same time, they met a new person. They encounter a new person if it's your first time to the doctor, and you need to know each other better so you can feel okay. I know it's they're doing just their job and they're being formal without having any kind of relationship, and I mean friendship relationship, or like a buddy or something like that. So yeah, everything is watching everyone and every step they do and stuff like that. Um, let's see. Yes, this one. I want people to be best prepared in this world or in their area or zone, because many of us are cursed. We have things that we lost in life or that our life got destroyed by others. So how do you heal yourself? How do you protect yourself and work yourself out from all evil stuff? Everything is just twisted and bended. If you slightest feel, if you're wait, if you're suspicious about what people are doing to you, everything has a reason for every action that people do. If you think that they have a feeling and they show you something, they never be direct to you or hit you. They are cold, and they give you kind of a feeling that itches. It's like annoying itch, because people don't give you a chance or place in the Feliverse with them. So they do not take care of each other, some of them. So I experience it on my own, how people are. And I have a gut feeling, of course, of what's going on. And I always conclude and assume what they are intending to do to other people. So I judge a lot. I even judge how you look, how your face looks like, and your head shape. I even wrote about it too. even though God say you shall not judge, because but I have my own ways, so in a way to survive in this world, you have to know the rules and everything. Yeah. So I wrote here, kids don't see the same way the world. No, I mean kids don't see the world the same way adults do, because they're just kids. They do not know much. They just have the feeling to play and explore and examine things. What is this? What is that? So they can kind of experience the feeling of the living or some shit. So yeah, being mature is the best protection. I'll always listen to normal-minded adults, so they can protect themselves from evil stuff in this world, and they can judge people and foresee what they're about to do. And the judge must be right. It can't be wrong, because then you've done a mistake, of course, and no one can handle mistakes, or can they? You either learn or you win. Maybe. There is there's nothing wrong about losing. They say instead of losing, you learn from your mistakes, so yeah. And I speak about here that everyone has powers. Mind power when they are born, their properties from mother and father and their background, and you will get that in your head. You will be evolved to a mature adult dude, and you will have this knowledge of feelings and the mind power that you have. You will use it the best way to live this world and spread out your good shit that people needs to get, so they can be adjusted to be best behaved to others. Good and evil are very complex concepts, because it is so much under that topic. From under the word evil, there is a lot of words you can use and twist it in all ways. If you do something good, it can be converted into evil for some reason, because if something is too good, people needs to kind of destroy it, because they feel jealous maybe, or they want to have that too. If you know God and Satan, Satan wanted to have God's place, because he thinks he can. I forgot what he thinks he can do. He just got jealous because God has everything and he doesn't. Satan doesn't know everything. He is just a guy who wants to bring everyone down, and he uses our feelings and our beliefs to twist everything in all possible ways. It's kind of complex to talk about, because it is a complex evil and good system. So yeah. Do you know the biology, the science way of life? I was in a place where I scanned my brain and I didn't notice anything wrong with that. So I wrote here that I am sick and immortal. When I'm sick, because I get sick of myself, when I use myself too much, people get sick. It's supposed to be healthy though. I was hoping for people to become healthy and a better version of themselves. So yeah. And I wrote what's wrong with me, because there's some things I should follow, some feelings I should follow, but I don't do it because something good gets in the way. Maybe my mind blocks my feelings out or something. Yeah. Here I wrote that people are responding to me important all the freaking time. Yes, that's kind of true. I see the word important everywhere almost, wherever I read. And you can bet why they say important so much. Either that or it's kind of a lie, because they mean it to someone else. It's like a hint or a signal. And I take that signal and hint to me. I take it in my heart, because it is so much overused, that word. So they say that I am an important person. And I think I said that before, maybe. So yeah. And this is a nice quote to live by. You gotta dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. Yes. So you dance like nobody's watching. You do stuff and you pretend that nobody is watching you because you are yourself and nobody is watching you. So when you have nobody near you, you are yourself because no one can do shit to you. You can behave to be another person just because you want to have a different outcome of the situation. You want to, for example, you want someone to like you, then you change behavior. And after you got them, you change behavior again because now you have that piece and you behave like that person or that person. But if you want to judge, you can also look on a person when he thinks or she thinks that nobody is watching that person. And this is some quote that I can't fucking read. You can read it on your own. You see my here. Just go to it and read. This part here, being useless, you aren't using yourself. I wrote that if you don't use your mind, the tool of the mind, you are kind of useless. Nobody wants you, even with everything that you are. You use the mind or you don't use the mind. And if you don't use the mind, you can go crazy by doing nothing because you are supposed to do something when alive. You always have to do stuff. Or get your sanity level on a normal scale. Your mind has to be full of sanity and a clear and refreshing mind, healthy mind. So you use yourself in the same way because you have needs to do it. You know the basic needs, the 5 needs, the social need, the food need, the clothes need, or some stuff. Yes, everything I wrote. This one I like, I think I like this that I wrote myself. Know how we work and win good feels from both sides and that no one gets hurt. You think this rule is nice to work with? Know how we work and win good feels from both sides, no one gets hurt? Yes. You train your mind? Yes. I want everyone to train their minds. If they have something on their heart or head, they can write it out somewhere and I will read it if they share some link. And it's supposed to help raise people up. Do not shoot them down. If you know what I mean. Do not fucking destroy them or something. Just build them up and raise them up by warm words and sentence. And you will go pretty far then. Pretty far, and we reach so fucking high places that you've never been before. Everyone will feel great if you use your powers right. Yes, fighting evil. Evil is a complex system in this place, on this planet. This is a small thing that annoys me. Do you know about details? If you want to give precise information to someone, so the information is the purest and cleanest information you can have, without any twist, without any lies or something. If you told the truth exactly the way it happened, that's kind of about details, you know. I'm a superficial person, so I can't do so much details, even though it is very important. So yeah, it annoys me, so I wrote about it to blow steam here. I wrote imperfection is way better. People want to have perfection, I want to have imperfection or some balance in between. Because you want to have something to chew on, something that you can think of. You always give people a peace of mind and something more to think about when you speak. So they can have something to think about. Use the mind. If you don't use it, you will explode or go nuts. So yeah. You know the content in people's heads? I call it for juice. Juice is something that, if you think about apple juice or orange juice, you can drink that and it tastes good. If you can compare that somehow to content in your head that you need to release, I compare that juice and content is the same thing to me. Um, yes, I wrote about attraction here. People have many sides. If you think that one person has a good side, like they're behaving very good on the first impression you meet them because they want to talk to you nicely and normally. And when you first reach some places in the social part, you have impulses and you somehow say things that you can't think about. It just pops right out of your mouth. So yeah, and that you have good and bad sides. Good sides show, bad side shows. It's a mixed person. So you you judge a person, but when that person is mixed, it's like it's everything and in them and nothing. You want only to have the good stuff, right? So how do you do it? Actually, I don't have the answer to that because people have free will and intelligence and they do stuff on their own sometimes. Everything is depending when having a connection to other stuff in their life. And they will judge and get what they want if they know what they want. So yeah, this is complex too, kinda. I have a bad and good side too. My bad side is that I'm picky. I pick on things and I don't give up until I tried all the possible ways I have imagined it could go. So yeah, that's the way of me being picky. I also am picking about talking maybe 2-3 times of the same thing because I want to make sure I said it. I'm also unsure of myself, so that's maybe a bad side. My good side is that I'm most liked by most people. I have heard many people like me, so I'm maybe the best adjusted person to make people like you. If they are normal and normal-minded people. It's kind of hard to tell because I'm not sure. I haven't met everyone in this world, so I don't know. But you always can have a stereotypical belief on people from each country, even though that cannot always be true. Stereotypical belief is, yeah, people are different and some people are the same, but I can't tell that. I'm not sure if I want to say if it's like that. I think I'm gonna stop talking here. Maybe I filled you up too much. 23 minutes. Alright, I will see you later. I hope this was interesting to listen to and I hope it made sense somehow. Because I just speak whatever I have in my mind, even though it makes sense or not. So yeah, see you later. Bye bye.